Hey, welcome back to Tube Tips. Today we're going to be talking about your thumbnails. Now, it's entirely possible that you don't know what these things are, if you're new to YouTube, or just even new to making videos. I didn't know what they were for quite a while, honestly. But here's the thing. At this point, they're basically more important than paying your taxes, so pay attention. Thumbnails are the picture that are in front of your video. Before you even watch any video, you're going to see the thumbnail, and that's supposed to tell you what this video is all about. So, is it important to make a good one? Yeah, it is. A lot of people think they need some crazy good software to make a really good thumbnail. That's actually not true, and I know you think I'm just saying that, but it's actually really easy to make a good thumbnail. I have Photoshop, but I don't actually use it for the most of my thumbnails. The thumbnail I did for the last episode of Tube Tips, that was actually made in Flip-a-Clip, which is an animation software for my phone. But unfortunately, as easy as it is to make a good thumbnail, it's also really easy to make a bad one. So in today's episode, I want to tell you exactly how to make a good thumbnail. But keep in mind, everyone has their own style, everyone has their own way of making a thumbnail, and you're also making unique content, hopefully. So, there isn't exactly, and I'm probably going to end up saying this a lot, but there isn't exactly a perfect way to make a thumbnail, as long as it follows some specific rules, maybe has some specific guidelines. First up, if you need some software, there are plenty of free paint apps, picture editing apps, all sorts that you can get on a phone or on a computer. So, what makes a good thumbnail exactly? Well, if you ask 2012, you'll see, boring. Whoa, are those? Yeah, you'll see that. Or if you ask my Discord server, apparently this, and this. But while that definitely does work, no, just please no. Instead, might I suggest a few different tactics? The example I'm going to use is the thumbnail for this very video. So, let's make it. So, here we have a pre-made background I used. I use this for all my Tube Tips video, but if you don't want that, you can easily go online and search for a background. That works very nicely as well. Red is a very bold color. It shows up well, but you can do whatever you want. Doesn't affect it that much. So yeah, just look for this. You got some nice ones here, yeah. And then you just put it into your image file. The thing is, I'm looking back on this background that I made myself, and I kind of hate it so much. So, I could change it, but I think I'm actually not going to, because I'm going to have a lot of stuff over top of this anyway. One thing that automatically really stands out in a thumbnail are faces, actually. That's why so many YouTubers have a face in their thumbnail, and often not really for any specific reason. Now, you're probably going to have to get rid of the background behind you, which there are tons of web applications that can do that, and downloadable programs that will do it for you. Here, I'll show you actually which one I usually use. So this is RemoveBG. This is a free service which you can find online, no download, unless you're downloading the picture, obviously. It does remove the quality of your picture a little bit, but it's not anything noticeable. As you can see here, it didn't actually remove everything. There's still a little bit there because I live in a pit of darkness, but we can still remove that. It's easier on a computer. I'm doing this on my phone, obviously, but it does work here as well if you're careful. And now you can download your image, and wow, is that really what I look like? One other thing that really stands out in your thumbnails are arrows. Even if they're unnecessary arrows, people just for some reason think those are fascinating to look at, and it helps to draw people to your video. So obviously you guys have seen this thumbnail already, so you know what I'm going for, but I'm going for this kind of like Inception look, where there's a thumbnail and a thumbnail and a thumbnail, because it's a thumbnail talking about thumbnails. Am I making any sense? Whatever, you know what I mean. And so I'm just gonna have this arrow pointing to the thumbnail inside the thumbnail. You know what, I'm just gonna show you because clearly I don't know how to explain things. But before I do add the main focus, I just want to point out that I'm using red and yellow. One, because red is one of my favorite colors and I just think it looks nice. Two, because red and yellow are actually the colors that we're most drawn to in the color wheel. And so it's actually, people are more likely to look at your thumbnail if you have those colors. It doesn't affect it too much. You can use whatever colors you want, but this will definitely show an improvement. So up until this point, all of my tips that I've been giving you can kind of be used for all videos that you're doing. This is where I kind of start to add my own thing that's specific for this video. So because I'm talking about thumbnails, I'm going to be adding a thumbnail in this thumbnail. Whatever. The point is, you're going to have something else at this point. This is kind of the point where you add your own thing. What is the arrow pointing at? What is the face looking at? This is where you don't just follow what I'm doing and you actually, make it make sense for your video. So here I'm just adding more pictures inside of here while talking to you with my soothing voice, and really that's all you need to do. A thumbnail doesn't have to be super overcrowded. In fact, that can kind of make it less likely to be clicked on. You want it to get to the point, you want it to be eye-catching, but you don't want to fill it up with too many things, which I guess I kind of am, maybe filling it up with too many things, but hey, you clicked on it, didn't you? So, I think we all know who had the good thumbnail here. And there we go. So it looks, I think, pretty good, actually. That's really all there is to it. Now I will go here and save my image. You'll do it differently depending on which software you want. And boom, we're done. And that's how you make a thumbnail. It's actually pretty easy. You should put effort into it, but it's not like it's a hard thing to do. Again, try to come up with your own style. I'm still kind of searching for mine, but I'm on my way, and I'm doing pretty well, I think, so let me know in the comments if you have any extra tips. I forgot to say that last time. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to all of you. May you find success in your... I'm blind. May you find success in your YouTube journey. Goodbye.